One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked teams against unranked opponents. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. From the gun, the running back has it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you can tell they got in there so quick. The offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with it. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback and have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off play action. Throws for the tight end. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Durham. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They get him down to this offense to set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He shows you all of his ability on that TV.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Hey, man, if we're going to show up here and play this game, we're not kicking field goals early. We didn't come here to just lay up. They drive the field. They get it down fourth and goal. Field goal would have been easy. Head coach decides to go for it. The offense pays off the decision with a touchdown.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They boot it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Concentrate on one thing. Make the catch. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. They'll start this drive going to the air. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. You got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. And that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Might be changing the route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, he was rolling to his right, and because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Underwood. Oh, they're after him! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Wolverines will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And they were most fortunate to catch up to him there. He almost turned that into a pick six.
Man, and he had a convoy, too. As soon as he had the ball, he just looked around him. There was just a lot of open green, and he took off. Great job by his teammates on defense, getting downfield and setting up some blocks.
And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Working that wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Michigan! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
How about that? You just dial up the bubble screen, and this guy scores a touchdown for you. Nice job blocking down the field, getting a hat-on-hat, giving the receiver a place to run with the football to show off his speed. You can't execute the bubble screen any better than that.
And the point after is good. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 10, here he comes. Makes a move. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period, first down here.
He got the defense down.
Using his legs, it's Durham. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. Ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field, and these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Second down, he'll throw it. Complete to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Quick completion on the out route. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Brings it down on the right side. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. So much for firing to a stationary sit-down tight end. How about this guy working the corner and getting the first down?
These tight ends can do so much nowadays. You start to feature them, but you watch him on the corner route, man. Just push it vertical, push it to the corner. QB right on the same page with him. Throw the football out there, and he makes the catch.
Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tiger. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 17 over Sam Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Dropping back, it's Underwood. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Marsh. Turning it on. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
So now it's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Wolverines, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Finds his target down the middle. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got 4th and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Nestled just inside that right upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Flushed out of the pocket. Rolling on the run. Touchdown LSU! They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Underwood. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the third possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical third down, forcing an incompletion.
They punted away on fourth down. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Catch in the middle. It's Hill.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. Gets the back moving. They'll go up top on second and short. Fires to the tight end. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
He turns that loose down the right side.
Good play call offensively, and that's the right place to go with the football if you're the quarterback, but just a better job by the defender knocking that ball down.
The Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Tigers are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. A little too anxious to get started on the outside, and that's a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Well, they don't pick up the first down after the catch, but even still, head coach now has a decision to make. On fourth down, is he kicking a long field goal? Is he going for it? It's decision time.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown LSU. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a first down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
And this QB's got to find his rhythm. Like, he's out of sorts right now. He's out of sync. The ball's not coming out on time. The ball's not in rhythm. The receivers and quarterbacks and tight ends have got to get on the same page, man. This offense has got to get something going positive because they've just been struggling through the air.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Running into the open space. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Underwood. Good timing on the quick out. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the ground with the back. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Morgan. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The Wolverines are marching down the field. The give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before. You do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offensive line to hear the cadence and know when the snap is coming out. And you know it's helping this D-line get upfield. I think you saw an example of that on that last play.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught close to the marker, it's Moore. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, those plays are frustrating on a defense. You get 3 stops, and you force that 4th down, trying to get off the field, but the offense makes the play, gets the first down. It's almost like you got to kind of recalibrate, refocus. Forget that one. Let's do it again.
Got it in the middle. It's Marsh. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. And you think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds you of sometimes.
Looking for a man. It's Underwood. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Wolverines! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
On to attempt the try. And they make the extra point to draw closer. It's 28-17. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. North Texas is running away with this one behind an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 28 over the Rebels. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the ground game. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Looking left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, I like the idea by the offensive play caller here. You're trying to get aggressive. You're trying to find a chunk play, but that time, QB and receiver can't hook up.
They come to the line, facing third and long from the 25. Might be calling a hot route. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A strike downfield. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to scramble. He's got some space. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can pick them up and put them down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Unloads quickly. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down two possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. set on second down. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Now the play fake. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Lets it fly. Complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's what the running game can do for an offense. You run the football, you have some success. Then what do? You stick the ball out there, you pull it back, you run some play action, you complete the football, get a first down. Nice balance by this offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling your rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. A low line drive and short kick. Fair catch is called for. In the midst of all this rain, just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays, because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find them.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the D, playing the pass first. QB scrambles. It's the fourth quarter. I got to save time. I got to save possessions. What do I do to end the run? Now I push the quarterback out of bounds. He goes out of bounds. Thank you. I didn't even have to waste a timeout. Nice job by the D.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Punt is on its way. And it'll be down right there. Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Catch in the middle, it's Morgan. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense continues to do a great job of not letting a great athlete at quarterback make big plays on them. Great job pursuing him, keeping him in that cage, not letting him get out in the open field because we know he can do some damage. Nice job by this defense so far.
Was looking for more running room and found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Get things started on this drive from the 24. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw. It's Underwood. Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Motion from the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Marsh. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Man, this defense just has so much speed. You saw it on that 3rd down play. The offense is trying to get a quick one, see if they can get a block and maybe spring a guy free, but the pursuit, wow, that was so good defensively.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. It's Underwood. And that one's incomplete.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Michigan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.